Hey, kind hearts, welcome to our deep dive into heartbeat human connections. We're
Ooh.
going to be exploring some truly inspiring stories of kindness from
Yeah.
all over the globe. Get ready to feel those heartstrings tugged.
What I find so fascinating about this script is that it reminds us that kindness
Yeah.
can show up in the most unexpected places and in the most ordinary ways. It's not always about
Mm.
grand gestures. It's about those small, everyday moments that can have a ripple effect.
The little spark of good that just spreads outwards, right?
Yeah.
I love that. So we're going to dive into 10 stories from the script, each one highlighting a unique act of kindness. And to get us
Okay.
started, let's focus on what really stood out to me, those little details that make
Yeah.
each story so special.
I like that approach. It's those specific moments, those little glimpses into human
Yeah,
connection that really make these stories come alive.
exactly. So let's start in Paris.
Okay.
A street musician is playing his heart out, and someone walks up and gives him an electric guitar.
Wow.
Can you imagine? It wasn't just any guitar. It was like the exact one he'd always
Oh.
wanted.
That gesture goes beyond just a material gift. It's a recognition of this musician's talent, a
Right.
belief in his potential. It's like saying, hey, I see you and I believe in your passion.
It gives me chills. It makes you realize how one act can change someone's entire trajectory.
Totally.
Okay, next we're in Barcelona.
Okay.
A group of tourists sees an elderly woman fall, and instead of just walking by,
Right.
they all rush to help her up.
What's so heartwarming about this is that these were tourists. They didn't even know this woman, but they felt a sense of responsibility to care for her. It's a beautiful example of how human compassion can transcend
That's amazing.
cultural barriers.
It's that instinct to help regardless of who the person is.
Yeah.
That's just so powerful. Okay, this next one made me smile. A bakery in New York City decided to give away
Oh.
free birthday cakes to anyone celebrating that day.
Now, that's a sweet treat in every sense of the word. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest gestures
You're
can
right.
bring so much joy to others. A birthday cake isn't just a dessert, it's a symbol of celebration of shared happiness.
It's like they were baking kindness into every slice. All right, let's travel to Tokyo. A group of students decide to
Hey.
have a kindness week. I love this because it shows that anyone, even young people, can take the
Oh.
initiative to make a difference.
It's inspiring to see that younger generations are so in tune with the power of kindness. And they didn't
Yeah.
just focus on one grand gesture, they did little acts of kindness throughout the week, cleaning up parks, visiting
Oh, wow.
nursing homes. It's about incorporating kindness into everyday life.
Yes, making it a part of their routine.
Right.
All right, we're going to Mumbai for this one. A taxi driver sees that his passenger is feeling down, and instead of just focusing on getting them to their destination,
Mhm.
he takes the time to offer words of comfort and encouragement.
That story really highlights the importance of human connection. Sometimes all it takes is a listening ear, a kind word,
Right.
to make someone feel seen and supported. And think about the impact that one conversation could have had on that passenger's day, maybe even their outlook on life.
Okay, now we're getting to the top 5 stories, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss these. But before we dive in,
Okay.
I want to hear what's resonated with you so far. Which of these stories has touched your heart the most?
What's striking me is how each story, in its own way, shows the power of connection, of
Yeah.
recognizing our shared humanity, whether it's through a gift, a helping hand, or simply a kind word. These acts create a sense of belonging
Hmm.
and community.
Absolutely. It makes you realize that even small acts can have a big impact. All right, let's get back to our countdown. Coming in at number 5 is a story from a small town in Canada. They experienced a devastating flood that severely damaged their local library.
What's remarkable about this story is the community's response. Imagine losing your library, a place that holds
Right.
so many memories and stories, but instead of despair, they saw an opportunity to rebuild and reconnect.
They came together and donated thousands of books to replenish the library's collection. The sheer scale of the response is incredible.
And it's not just about replacing books, it's about rebuilding a sense of community, a shared space where people can
Hmm.
come together to learn, explore, and connect.
Okay, number 4 takes us to Sao Paulo, Brazil, for a story about dedication and empathy. Imagine running a marathon,
Okay.
not for your personal best, but for a cause that's bigger than yourself.
That's exactly what these runners did. They dedicated every step of that marathon to raising funds for a
Wow.
children's cancer treatment center. It's about transforming physical endurance into a powerful force
It's amazing.
for good.
Every bead of sweat, every ache and pain was for those children battling cancer. Talk about inspiring.
It is.
It shows you the incredible things that can be accomplished when we channel our passion into something meaningful.
And think about the ripple effect. They didn't just raise money, they raised awareness, they inspired others to get involved, and most importantly, they brought hope to those children and their families.
All right, for story number 3, we're traveling to Nairobi, Kenya. Now, this story is all about the joy of self-expression
Okay.
and the power of breaking down barriers. A young girl in a wheelchair decided to share her love of dance at her school's talent show.
And her performance was absolutely electrifying. It was so full of joy and confidence. It quickly went viral, inspiring people all over the world to embrace their own unique forms of self-expression.
It's a reminder that despite our differences, we all share a desire to connect, to create, and to celebrate life. It's about
Yes.
embracing what makes us unique and sharing that with the world.
And her story goes beyond just dance. It's about challenging perceptions, promoting inclusivity, and showing that
Right.
everyone, regardless of their physical abilities, deserves a chance to shine.
Comes in at number 2 is a story from Melbourne, Australia that really embodies the true meaning of community. An elderly couple's roof was badly damaged during a storm, and they were facing costly repairs that they couldn't afford. They were feeling overwhelmed and vulnerable.
And that's when their neighbors stepped in. They didn't just offer words of support, they took action. They pooled
I love that.
their resources, their skills, and their time to help fix the couple's roof. It's a beautiful example of neighbors becoming like family.
It's about coming together in times of need, recognizing that we're all interconnected and that supporting each other makes us all stronger. It restores your faith in humanity, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's a reminder that we don't have to face challenges alone. There's strength in unity and knowing that you have a community that cares for you.
All right, we've reached the number 1 act of kindness from Heartbeat Human Connections. This story takes us to London, England, where a seemingly ordinary act had extraordinary consequences.
A man saw a notice about a blood shortage and decided to donate. He didn't know who would receive his blood, but he knew it was the right thing to do, and it turned out that his blood ended up saving a child's life.
It's incredible to think that one person's decision to donate blood had such a profound impact. It shows you that you don't have to be a superhero to save a life. Sometimes the most ordinary acts can have the most extraordinary consequences.
And think about the ripple effect. His story not only saved a life, but it also inspired others to donate blood.
Yeah.
It created a chain reaction of kindness, demonstrating the power of one person's actions to inspire others.
So we've journeyed all over the world exploring 10 incredible stories of human kindness. Each one in its own way has touched our hearts and reminded us of the power of connection, empathy, and compassion.
But our exploration doesn't end here. We're going to delve into a movement that's taking this area.
Ooh.
Concept of kindness and turning it into a global phenomenon. Get ready to be inspired. It makes you want to get out there and do something yourself, right? And spread that kindness.
Yeah, like how can we make this an everyday thing?
Well, that's where the hashtag kindness challenge comes in.
Oh yeah, the hashtag kindness challenge. This is all about making kindness like a habit.
Exactly.
And it's so simple.
It is.
You just do 3 acts of kindness in a day.
Yep.
And then challenge 3 friends to do the same.
It's such a cool concept.
Yeah.
It's all about that chain reaction.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to do these big, huge things. It's the little things.
Totally.
Like holding a door open for someone.
Right.
Giving someone a genuine compliment.
Yeah, just listening to a friend who needs to vent.
Exactly. Those little moments can totally change someone's day.
And I think what's really cool is that when people share these acts on social media with the hashtag kindness challenge, it creates this feeling of community.
Oh, absolutely.
Like we're all in this together, right?
We're all trying to make the world a better place.
Exactly.
And speaking of community, the Heartbeat script actually has a really great story.
Oh, yeah.
About someone who took that to heart.
Remind me.
It's Sam from Chicago.
Oh, yeah, Sam.
And his story is amazing because it shows that one person can really make a difference. So Sam saw this need in his community.
Right.
Right? And he just decided to do something about it.
What'd he do?
He starts this community garden.
Aw, that's awesome.
Yeah, so cool.
And he gets people to come together to grow food for local food banks.
What a great idea.
I know. It's amazing.
So smart. On so many levels, right?
Yeah.
He's addressing food insecurity, but he's also creating a space where people can connect.
It's such a powerful example of how we can all create positive change.
Totally. We don't have to wait for somebody else.
Right. We can be that person.
Exactly. We can be the spark that starts the whole thing.
I love it. So we've talked about these 10 heartwarming stories of kindness from all over.
And this incredible hashtag kindness challenge that's encouraging everyone to make kindness a habit.
I love it.
And now
for the big question.
the big question. What act of kindness could you do today that might just spark that positive ripple effect?
It can be anything.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be this big, huge production.
right. Just a small gesture, a
Exactly.
little moment of support.
Yeah, what matters is that you're doing it with intention.
Right.
From the heart.
From the heart.
Kind words is contagious.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you see someone doing something kind, it makes you want to do something kind.
It really does.
So remember, even the smallest actions can make a huge difference.
So, kind hearts, we hope you've been inspired by this deep dive into Heartbeat.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Your heart matters.
And we'll see you next time for more inspiration.
You know, it's amazing to think about how far-reaching kindness can be.
Yeah.
We've seen it in these big, grand gestures.
Right.
But also just like in everyday life.
Yeah, in those small moments.
Yeah, but what really sticks out to me is how it brings people together.
It's that connection, isn't it? Whether we're helping a stranger, supporting a friend, or just saying something.
Yeah.
It's like we're recognizing that we're all part of something bigger.
It makes you realize that no act of kindness is ever wasted.
Right. Even the smallest things can have a huge impact.
Think about that musician in Paris getting that guitar.
Yeah.
That one moment could inspire him to create something amazing.
Totally. Or those tourists in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Helping that woman who fell.
That could inspire others to be more helpful in their own lives.
It's like a domino effect, spreading kindness everywhere.
Exactly.
And it's not just about the person receiving the kindness.
Oh, right.
It's about the person giving it to. When we do something kind for someone else, it gives us a sense of purpose, like we're making a difference.
It feels good to do good.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Heartbeat, human connections, we want to leave you with this thought. What act of kindness will you choose today?
How will you spread that kindness?
It doesn't have to be anything huge.
Nope. Just something from the heart.
Exactly.
Remember, kindness has the power to heal.
Yeah.
To connect.
Yes.
To transform.
And it starts with one simple act.
So thank you for joining us on this journey.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Your heart matters.
And we'll see you next time for more inspiration.